These directions help the visual and auditory learner with spatial intelligence and logical intelligence because they are a sequential analysis of the assignment. Begin with the graphic organizer that allows you to see the relationships in a complex task. Step 2 tells you where to find the graphic organizer for the assignment and reiterates the assignment for this session listed in the syllabus and the session folder. This step asks you to justify the community resource you are using. Think of how the venue to which you would take a class or a speaker fits into the thematic unit you are planning. Think too about the diverse students in the class, their learning modalities, multiple intelligences, and academic needs. How would you scaffold with vocabulary lists, visuals, videos, or graphic organizers for English language learners or students with disabilities? How would you enrich the experience for gifted and talented or motivated students? Just be aware that accommodations for weaker or stronger students can also benefit mainstream youngsters. The connections can be as inherent as a live performance of a play that the class has read, or as subtle as a visit to a large museum where students focus on one aspect of visual or decorative art or sculpture and the theme of the literature. For example, if the unit focused on the role of the ideal woman or the angel in the house in Victorian literature, you might have students look at a collection of gowns from the era and draw some conclusions about who set up the, quote, ideal woman, unquote, image based on how people dressed. Step 6 lays out the niceties of making a contact in the community and preparing the class for a visit from someone in the community or for a field trip. You will have a better chance of making contact with a docent at a museum or a box office representative if you call ahead of time to ascertain hours, fees, and requirements for a school group visit. You will also get informational brochures that you can use in a lesson preparing your students to go to a site. Similarly, if you want to invite a speaker, you need to arrange the scope of the presentation and what literature students have read prior to the day when the person will come to the class, so you can have students ready with questions or involvement in planned activities on the appointed day. I cannot emphasize strongly enough the proper etiquette you model when you take the time to reach out to someone in the community. You need to plan what students do either at the site you visit or the notes the class will take during the speaker's presentation. Whatever you plan should involve the youngsters fully in exploring the site, taking part in reenactments, or taking notes and photos of what they see. The model lessons will help you see what to do. This reflective process evolves into a summative assessment of the experience for each youngster in the homework. Equally important to the preparation for the field trip or speaker is the acknowledgement of the person's efforts. The homework from the day of the field trip or speaker's presentation will allow students to write thank you letters to an official at the venue or directly to the speaker. This teaching strategy builds solid school-community relationships, enhances your reputation as a caring teacher, and goes a very long way towards laying the groundwork for future visits. Additionally, students are writing for an authentic audience and want to present their ideas coherently and grammatically correctly for a situation other than a homework assignment. Community people love getting letters from youngsters with whom they have been involved, so actually mailing a packet of letters will put everyone in a win-win situation when the class gets feedback from the person to whom they wrote. Complete the fieldwork form posted in this session and have an official or the speaker email me at cgladstone@mercy.edu to certify your fieldwork. Your fieldwork is not complete until it has been certified with an email and then approved by me. Checking the rubric is a very important step. It allows you to see at what level you are meeting all the requirements of the assignment. Beginning the assignment with the end in mind, or using backwards design as explained in the readings for Session 7, allows you to tailor your lesson to what is expected. Leave enough time for you to go back to the original lesson you write, so you can revise and polish it. Once you have completed the assignment, you will do a process paper that self-assesses your struggles and triumphs on the road to thinking like a professional. Now that the assignment is complete, you are ready to submit the Word file to Blackboard. Do not post to the message box in the assignment area, as your work will be returned. The next step takes you through the submission process for Blackboard. Please make certain to adhere to all deadlines which are posted in the course calendar, as this class has many requirements, and if you fall behind in your work, it will be very difficult to catch up. Please also be aware that in Blackboard, discussions are due by 8 p.m. on Monday nights, and assignments are due by 8 p.m. on Tuesday nights throughout the term. You have 2 electronic portfolios which you access by self-enrolling into TaskStream using the information in the Welcome Start Here session for the EDUC511 electronic portfolio and the Secondary Education program. TaskStream assignments have various due dates, which you can see as you click on the hyperlinks in your ePortfolio. Please adhere to these dates. You will get email reminders, but you can anticipate when assignments are due by using the course calendar and clicking on each date. At this point, you should have successfully completed the assignment and its requirements for this session. The final slide explains that each assignment has a number corresponding to the class session. Look in course materials for that week to find the assignment, its rubric, a linguistic explanation, a PowerPoint explanation, and video step-by-step instructions, as well as the professors and former student models.